Hi, in this video, I'll show a real-life example of SuperGlobals in PHP. In that page, as you can see, I have created two HTML forms. And as you can see here, action of HTML forms goes to response.php. And one of the forms uses the method get, the other one uses method post. Let me talk about the scenario. The first form is login form, but it has no security. The second one is safe login form. Since the get method uses the URL, it creates vulnerabilities. So in that example, I want to show that vulnerabilities. Here in response PHP, we have a variable which is called tarih from date function of PHP. And we are checking that if the server's request method, as you can see here, I used server SuperGlobal for taking request method. It checks if the request method post or get like this. It works like this in server super variable. Also here, this part checks if the request method post or get actually. In the below, I have created a variable which is called checkEmpty, and it takes parameter request and SuperGlobal request. Request is kinda SuperGlobal, which contains post, get, and also cookies together. So if you can reach any variable with get, post, or cookies, you can reach that variable with request too. So checkEmpty part checks that if user enters username or not. And if user enter username, we are taking username data with post method in first if, which has request method post. We are taking username data with post. We are taking password data, actually the length of password data. So because we don't want to show the password actually, we just want to show the length of password. I will show it. And each character in the password, we are echoing, we are printing the star symbol. Also, as you can see here, we have SuperGlobal, which is called globals. We are taking the tarih variable here. Let me explain the globals. It can reach every variable in PHP file, which PHP file contains. As you can see here, there's a tarih variable. So you can reach with global SuperGlobal for every, you can use the global super variable with reaching every variable in that system. So I have used it here. And I am printing username and password. This one is for post method. The second one is for get method. If the request method is get, we are doing the same operations again as I mentioned before. Let me show it. First, we start with safe login form. Let me say my username is Tolga and password is 123456. After I sent, it shows the date of the day with global, SuperGlobal, the username of me and the password of me. Actually, how many characters have my password. As you can see here, since I sent it with post method, the URL hasn't changed. The URL hasn't changed. And let me show you the not safe login form. Let's say Again, my username is Tolga and password is 123456. When I click the Gönder button, it shows the date of day, my username, and character length of my password. But there is one security vulnerability in that part. Since I send it with get method, the URL takes the variables. So after I sent that, the URL has changed. As you can see here, the URL contains my username Tolga and my password 123456. So it is something dangerous. When you use get method, you should be careful about that situations. Also, via get method, via get SuperGlobal, you can change the data of page in URL. Let's say my username is not Tolga, my username is Ahmet. As you can see here, the user can change. So it is something dangerous. Thank you for listening to me. I hope it helps.